view. I want you to know this is horrific video. It is very difficult to watch. It's especially difficult to watch because in this footage, she is 8 months pregnant. And the video essentially reveals just how emotionally abusive he has been. Or do you believe it's plausible that Steven Crowder is just a monster? I personally believe that he is a monster.
Steven Crowder doesn't owe anybody a apology. Candace Owens is leading the Steven Crowder movement, all under the pretense of emotional abuse. When in reality, I saw the video myself, and it's just a video of Steven Crowder putting his woman on check. So I guess Candace Owens believes when you tell women the truth, that's considered emotional abuse. Well, I'm going to break down this video and debunk Candace's claim that Steven Crowder is a, quote, monster. And yes, I'm going to change your mind. Let's get into the footage.
Because I drew a boundary. I drew a boundary. No, you just did it. I drew a boundary of abusive and cruel. You were not taking the car. Because if you refuse to do wifely things, then I will go pick up the groceries.
There's no groceries. I do have
steaks, wood pellets, my grill. I know it's an unreasonable request, but I'll go do it. How about you first?
Okay, here's our first cut right here. So if you look at the bottom right-hand corner of the timestamps, as you can see, this is the year 2021. Okay, this was 2 years ago, and this is at 12:36. This is the first cut. So it starts off right here. The first cut, we're at 12:35 at 21 seconds. Play it.
How about
now all of a sudden we're at 36:01. So this was nearly 1 minute of cut footage that's out there. And I guarantee it, the reason why it was cut up, okay, was probably because it was gonna make her look bad. Now, if you guys don't know, okay, it was actually Hillary Crowder that took this ring footage, gave it to the press, and then the press distributed it. And now all of a sudden, Steven Crowder is a POS to everybody. So she's out for revenge, and she happened to choose a time where she was pregnant, and they argued about who's going to take the car. So now this is a totally different conversation. Remember, 48 seconds of footage cut.
How do you respect the man? Yes. How do you man? How do you man? Receive love and respect. No. How do you man? No, you're not taking the car.
Steven,
you're not taking the car.
Steven,
you are not.
Then I will ask them to pick me up. Would you like me to ask?
Oh, that's right.
It's not.
See how he's saying that? You are not taking the car. You're not going out. Remember, this was in 2021, okay? 2021, if you guys don't remember, in that year, there was a whole lot of things going down, like lockdowns. You remember that? All the craziness of the scamdemic that was at its full potential at this point, and people weren't allowed out. There was fines going on. There was a lot of things going on during this time that perhaps, of course, we don't know too much context because stuff was cut out. We don't know exactly what they're even arguing in the first place. But again, Steven Crowder says, you're not taking the car. You are not taking the car, and that's final. She still refuses, and she even does something sarcastic enough as, hey, how about I just call somebody to pick me up? Would you like that then?
Right, Steven.
Get an Uber.
Okay, Steven, I can't.
Feeling some constraints?
Steven.
Like, I can't
Steven.
go. Listen to me. You want to walk out right now? Listen to me. I can't go to the gym. I can't go to my parents. I can't call my friends. I can't be home. You're going to take the car and leave me here. Hillary, just think of how boxed in you've made me.
What do you need me to pick up? I'll get it. I'll be back when I'm back.
No, that doesn't work either. You'll be back when you're back. That doesn't work either.
Steven,
Do you understand the difference between my life being set to the second and you going, I'll be back when I'm back?
Steven.
Okay, listen to what he said there. Okay, do you understand how my life is being set to the second? Okay, and he even stated there as well, I can't go out either, Hillary. All right, I would love to go to the gym, see my parents, etc. Remember, this is in 2021. Okay, for whatever reason they have one car, but nevertheless, even if they had two cars, and Steven Crowder said, Hillary, I need you here in the house. Okay, my life is set to the second. And remember, he is a man. If you've been living under a rock, this guy's very, very successful. At best, he's a millionaire. At least he's close to being a millionaire. As you can see in this house, he has built a kingdom for this woman to move into, okay? So when she refuses to do as she's told, yes, Crowder's gonna have somewhat of a problem with that. That's very understandable, okay?
Only way
Here's the
out of it
tears.
is discipline and respect. It's the only way out of it, or we're at an impasse.
We are at an impasse.
Good. Because you can't have any discipline or respect.
Yeah.
The only way out of the empath is through discipline and respect. Remember that, right? Discipline and respect, okay? So again, she married this guy 100% knowing that she's gonna follow this man's lead. She's gonna put 100% trust into Steven Crowder of what's best for the family, what's best for her, what's best for the home, because this is the kingdom that he built and she is moving into that kingdom. So when she's putting on the tears, putting on this and that, XYZ, she knows 100% that the law is on her side. So she can cry, call him emotionally abusive, etc. Because she knows if she divorces him, which by the way, ring, ring, ring. I don't know if you guys know this, but it takes about 10 years of marriage to receive alimony. And what a coincidence. You know how long they've been married for? Yeah, kind of makes sense, right? Yeah, they've been married for 10 years on the dot. What do you know? Divorce filed, right? So again, Steven Crowder, when in his response, he has a lot of right to complain about how the law is not on our side as a man, you know?
Yeah, there you go. You throw your hand, you give up so easily.
I don't give up, Steven.
You give up so easily. I just said the only way out of this is discipline and respect. You said, then we're at an impasse.
Steven, no, we are at an impasse, okay? I love you, but Steven, your abuse is sick. Your abuse
Watch it.
is sick.
Watch it. Fucking watch it.
I'm gonna let go. I'll get what you need me to get. And
So a lot of people are emphasizing this particular part of the video as well when he says, watch it, you know, watch it, right? The abuse, your abuse and cruel, this and that. Okay. Again, he's telling her what the problem is. Your wifely duties, discipline, respect for male authority. He's given her the entire blueprint, okay, to get past this impasse. You know, like that's what it is. We can get past this situation. Here's the blueprint, Hillary. Imagine a world, emotional abuse, right? That's the card that this woman is trying to pull on I believe, Steven Crowder here. Imagine a world where Steven Crowder decided, you know what? I'm gonna stop paying the bills. I'm gonna stop paying the water bill, the electricity bill. Stop paying for the house. Stop paying for the car. I'm gonna stop paying for the dog food. No more support on me. I'm just gonna stop it, etc. And then I'm gonna go learn how to play guitar and be a rock star, Hillary. Okay? And a couple months down the road, money runs out, and Hillary's like, "Hey, Steven, you know, the credit card bill is months past due. The electricity bill's is past due. I'm busting my ass here working at McDonald's. You know what? I think you need to go back to work." And Steven's like, "Whoa, I think I'm feeling emotionally abused right now. Like you're telling me to do my husband duties? That's some emotional abuse, Hillary. And I'm gonna release this argument to the press where you're telling me to get a job." This is the clown world that Hillary Crowder has put herself into right here, okay? So again, she's the one that released this footage, all right? Particularly 2 years ago, all right? This bitch literally remembered an argument that she had 2 years ago, just so at this point in time, she could clip it, hand it off to the press, and then just drag her ex-husband or soon-to-be ex-husband's name through the mud as an abuser, as a mentally ill guy. And you know what? That also benefits her. You know why? Because, to the court, they're going to be like, "Wow, Steven Crowder, he's mentally unstable." Guess what? We're going to write those children to Hillary Crowder.
I'm going to let go. I'll get what you need me to get. And I need some space. You need to just stop engaging for a little bit, okay? I love you. I love you very much.
I don't love you. That's the big problem. I've never received love from you. And the fact is, when I go, look, I need you to do A, B, C, and D, you can just be disciplined about it. You go, no, but I love you more than life itself. Okay, put on some gloves. No, but I love you more than life itself. That's not fair. That's not fair, and it's disingenuous.
Totally correct on that. So look what he says there. Look, I love you more than life itself. Okay, put on some gloves. What he's talking about there, according to the statement of the family, she didn't want to give a pill, like some kind of flea pill to the dog, because apparently there was a warning on there that said, oh, pregnant women shouldn't eat it or handle it. When it's like, okay, he said, look, guess what? Steven Crowder, he's a problem solver. So he says, put on some gloves, some rubber gloves, problem solved, and don't eat it. Don't eat the pill, and guess what? You'll be fine. So she's making an excuse saying, oh, well, I'm afraid of this pill because I'm pregnant. Okay, don't eat it, bitch. Okay? Don't eat it. Put on some gloves. Give the pill to the dog. So he's giving her tasks, and he even says this, when I tell you to do A, B, C, and D, and you don't do that, it's out of discipline and respect. Do your wifely duties, just like I do my husband duties, okay? And we get past this scenario.
Hillary, you're right then, past. Become someone that's you need, day in and day out, worthy of a wife, no, not as a wife. I didn't say as a wife.
Okay, here's another cut. There's another cut.
No, not as a wife. I didn't say as a wife. Hillary, come on now.
I'm not going to engage. I'm not going to engage anymore. I'm going to go. I'll text me what you need. I'll get you what you need. I love you. I'm committed to you.
Put on some gloves. Are you committed enough to do those things?
I'm not trying to.
Are you committed enough to do those things? You're not committed to anything. You're not committed to anything. You just said I love you. I'm committed to you. Walk the dogs. Put on some gloves.
Thank you.
Walk the dogs. Put on some gloves. Are you committed enough to do those things? Are you committed enough to do those things? Are you committed enough to do those things?
I'm going to just
walk the dogs. Put on some gloves. Are you committed enough to get the medication the dogs take? No, you take it.
Is this the best she's got? Is putting up an argument where Steven Crowder is saying, put on some gloves and walk the dogs. That's it. Look at the kingdom I've built. I'm worth $1 million. I've built this kingdom. I've brought you into my kingdom as my queen. The least thing you could do is put on some gloves and walk the dog. Okay? And here's the thing. I know people are saying, well, she's pregnant, right? She's pregnant. Look, I've seen chicks pregnant working at McDonald's, working at restaurants, working at gas stations, doing labor work, okay? I have no sympathy for a woman who has no job. She's being taken care of by a high-value individual such as Steven Crowder and still refuses to do a basic task that requires barely any physical labor. But yet Steven Crowder is the monster in this scenario. This is the last part, and I think this is very important here. So as the Crowders head inside, Steven gets angrier and angrier, and by his own admission screams, I will you up, at his pregnant wife, Hillary, who then flees their home. So there's no footage on that. I'm pretty sure that just didn't happen. They don't have any proof on that. They're just making you emotionally invested into this one video and telling you afterwards he screamed at me saying, I will F you up. Guess what, Hillary? What's the context there? Are you guys talking about a divorce? Is he saying, hey, you know, I'm going to fuck you up in a divorce? Or is he saying physical? What is he saying? Okay. And we're taking your word on it, somebody who legitly leaked this video out on purpose. It's so disingenuous. It's disgusting, to be honest, that she wants to tear this man's kingdom to ashes. She wants to burn it all down. And I mean, that's just the reality of it, man. And it goes to show that you could be as successful as Steven Crowder. You can do all these things. You could build a kingdom that every woman, only 1% of women will ever experience. This type of lifestyle, this type of kingdom, and this type of man that they'll ever date, right? 1%. And then the women that are lucky enough to attract this type of male have the audacity to not listen to him, to go against him, to disobey his lead, and not respect the male authority and the male figure that built this kingdom and that you yourself moved into. And it's a sad reality because when the divorce happens, she is going to get half his stuff. She's going to get half his kingdom. She cashed in right on time for alimony, child support, etc. She's going to be a very wealthy woman. Little does she know, she's taking a big L on her part. So good luck, Hillary. We'll see how that turns out. With all that being said, like, subscribe, and comment down below all your thoughts, especially if you disagree with me. And I'll see you guys in the next VO Pod. Peace.